Let's take a look at the Math 039 I1 course syllabus. Now, this particular syllabus is for the fall semester of 2017. If your course is during a different semester, your syllabus should be very similar, but I would advise you to check carefully to look for differences. My name is Allison Price. I am the instructor of this course, and you can email me at priceallisonr@jccmi.edu if you have any questions. There's also my office information and my office phone number. This phone number is only going to work when I'm in my office, so you call during my office hours if possible. Otherwise, you can leave me a message and I will call you back as soon as I get into my office. Alright, so below you see a current snapshot of my office hours. Anytime that you see that I am in class, obviously I will not be able to respond to either email or phone calls. I will try my best to get in communication with you if you do try to contact me. Alright, the MyMathLab IED is up here, but if you're already in MyMathLab, you already have this information. It's mostly posted here because this syllabus also gets posted on JetNet as another way of accessing this course. And the websites are, of course, MyMathLab, which you probably already have accessed, and my YouTube channel, which is another place where you can watch the videos. Now, the videos are already posted into the course, but if you want to see what other videos are available, you can go check that channel out. Alright, so the required materials are MyMathLab Access and the Math 039 course pack, both of which are included in your tuition and fees, so you've already paid for those. So be sure to pick up the course pack at the bookstore if you have not already. A graphing calculator is also required. That is not included because many students already have one. If you do not have one, I recommend that you purchase a TI-84. If you have a different type of calculator, that's fine as long as it's a graphing calculator. However, only the TI-84 will be supported in this course. I do want to note that a calculator with CAS, such as the TI-89, is not permitted for this course. Okay, this course does require the internet. It's an online course. That should not be a surprise. Almost all class assignments must be completed on a computer with internet access. It is possible to print the assignments and complete some of them offline by filling the answers out and then coming back to the computer and typing your solutions in. So that can help if you're not having a good, reliable connection. You can still do that. So read through the other notes up here. I already mentioned most of that. A few other recommended materials. I do really recommend a ruler or a straight edge, especially when you go to take those offline exams. You're going to want to be able to draw a nice straight line. And, of course, pencils and a large eraser. We do list the textbook as optional. It's not recommended that you purchase it because it is available through MyMathLab in the e-text. However, some students prefer to have a paper text to flip through, and if that is you, then there's the information for the book, and you can pick that up either at the bookstore or online. All right. The course description, we're working on algebra, building our basic skills with linear and quadratic equations, and you can kind of read through the rest of the goals and objectives. I'm going to skip on to some of the course requirements. Alright, so the course requirements deal with the types of assignments that you will find in the course. First one is videos. There are video assignments that I have created to go along with the course pack. So you're basically going to be watching these while you fill in the course pack to help you take notes for each of the sections. Each section is broken into parts, like part A, part B, etc. I recommend working on the videos for part A and then completing the homework for part A, videos for part B, and the homework for part B. Although I do caution you, there are a couple homework assignments that cover more than one part, so you'll want to watch for that as well. The videos are separated into individual parts, but some of the homeworks are lumped together. In that case, you want to watch both videos before completing a homework section. Alright, so that was all about the video area. The next area is the discussion board. So there's a tab in MyMathLab for discussions, and just want to go over a couple things here. Each 2-week period, you need to post at least 4 times, and 1 original post, 2 reply posts, and then the 4th post can be either an additional reply or it can be a new post in one of the other topic areas. Okay. Please make sure that your replies or that your posts are not all on the same day, that they're not all on the due date, and note that I will not be counting late posts at all. Make sure your posts are not trivial, so not single words, they're not short phrases. You want to make sure that they contribute to the conversation. Also be polite to others, etc. Good behavior on the discussion board, please. Okay. The next topic is homework. Homework, self-explanatory, I think. These are the problems that you get to do over and over again until you get them correct, or frustrated, whichever comes first. But if you run into any problem that you can't figure out, you can email me with the Ask My Instructor button, and I'll definitely respond. I may even make a video to answer your question. You can use the Help Me Solve This. You can use many of the resources that are available in the help section of the homework. So the idea with homework is that they're going to get you ready to take the quizzes. So the quiz is going to be over an entire unit. Homework is broken up into sections A, B, and C in a unit. The quiz will be over the entire unit. And a quiz can be taken as many times as you want. You do need to get at least a 70% on it to unlock the chapter test. And once you get your 70%, you can go higher if you want, but then that test is unlocked, and you can take that test up to 3 times to improve your score. Only the highest grade counts. And I want to talk about late penalties real quick while I have these 3 up here. Homework can be completed late if you miss a deadline, but it will have a 10% penalty applied to it for each question submitted after deadline. So if you get halfway through an assignment, the first half will not have a penalty, but the second half will. Quizzes don't have a late penalty per se, but you have to ask me to get them extended. They don't automatically extend like the homework does. Okay, I will extend them. Really, all you need to do is ask. Tests have a little bit more of a penalty because if you miss a deadline for a test, the first attempt at record is a 0, which means that you only have 2 remaining attempts to do well on that test. Okay, so that's also a penalty, and you also need to ask me for an extension on the tests. Okay, so those are the types of assignments that you will be completing on MyMathLab on the internet. All of those, the videos, the discussion boards, the homework, unit quizzes, and tests. Now for offline assignments, we have a few exams that you're going to complete on paper and pencil. There are 3 exams this semester. There's an exam on Unit 1, there's an exam on Unit 2, and there's a final exam. Okay? You're not allowed to bring any notes to the exam. You do need to bring your own calculator. They will not provide you with one. And because these exams need to be scheduled on your own time in the testing center, you will be given a 1-week interval to complete each of the exams. The class schedule and calendar has the dates, so you can pre-plan ahead for those weeks. Okay. Each exam will probably take about 2 hours, but I would give yourself enough time, plan to 2 to 3 hours to complete the exam. Okay. The exams may not be taken late and may not be retaken. This is a one-shot exam. Do your best on your first attempt. You do not get a second. And if you do not take it before the week ends, the allotted week ends, you will receive a 0 on the exam. Okay. So plan ahead. Do not wait until the last day in case something comes up. Make sure you get that exam taken. Now, there are 2 options for you to take the exam. Many students will live close enough to Central Campus to be able to take the testing, the exam in the testing lab on Central Campus. In which case, you can go to this website here to check out the hours. For the testing lab, you just need to show up with your ID, and they'll give you the test, and they'll tell you everything you need to know. Okay. Just as a note, the testing lab in Adrian is also able to proctor exams, but our other campuses like Hillsdale and North Campus do not have a large enough staff to be able to proctor exams. So you would need to come to the Central Campus if you have one of those locations as your primary location. Okay. Now, many other students are going to be out of county and are going to need to find their own proctor. If you need to find your own proctor, there's a website right here that can help you try to find a testing location. This is not a comprehensive list, so if your state does not have anything on this list, I suggest you look up a local community college or a local military base, and those types of locations both have testing proctors available. If this is the case, when you make your syllabus quiz, you're going to have to email me about your circumstances, like what state you're in, and you're going to have to find me a proctor. Okay, so I'll talk to you more about that if you have this situation. All right. In the next category, grading information. So you can see the grading scale over here. So you should be able to know at any point in the semester, based on your percentage, where you're at grading-wise. You need a 2.0 or higher to pass. This is also the breakdown to know what each category is worth. This is not a points-based course, it is a percentage-based course, which means that the total of the discussions are all worth 5%, homework is 20, quizzes are 10, and tests are 15. Unit exam, this is both unit exams, is 30, which means there's unit exam 1 and 2 with 15 each, and the final is 20. All right. A couple notes, the bottom really just has some information. All right, there's a few other policies here. And the final section on where to get help. My office hours are there. If you are near campus, you can come see me. If not, please email me. There are lots of great resources in MyMathLab, including the study plan, my YouTube channel, and I want to especially mention the Center for Student Success and Supplemental Instruction for those of you who are near campus. The Center for Student Success has free tutoring, although it's all in person. They do not do internet tutoring yet, unfortunately. And the Supplemental Instruction program contains SI leaders who are embedded in a classroom-based class where they follow that class and prepare activities for that class throughout the semester. Anyone can go to SI even if you don't have an SI in your section. Being online, we will not have an SI in our section. They're only in the classroom classes. However, you can look up the schedule and go to any SI section that you want. I really want to emphasize this because we have some really good data from the winter to say that it increases your pass rate in Math 0-9 by 8%, which is a pretty significant increase based on students who don't take advantage of this program. A few last notes here. This class is a 4-credit, 15-week course, which means it should take you at least 16 hours a week to work on this class. That time is going to be a mixture of watching videos and taking notes, completing homework, completing various different types of assignments. Okay, so all together, it should take you about 16 hours, which is a pretty good time commitment for any 4-credit class. As we've already seen, there are various tools for help in MyMathLab. There's also support help for using MyMathLab if you have any trouble getting access to the website. And I want to really emphasize the fact that it is important for you to take responsibility for your own learning in the same type of your schedule. Okay? Please note that all the due dates are assigned in Eastern time, which means that if you're in a different time zone, you still need to rely on Eastern time. So it may not be midnight in your time zone. It may be either earlier or later, depending on where you're at. And the last is just a note to make sure that you're active in the course. Not being active for 2 weeks or longer is reason to be dropped from the course. So I hope you enjoy this course with me this semester, and please don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions. Thank you.